Hey you, so on this video, what should your silver foundation look like? I'm going to answer that, and also on whether I collect any silver eagles or why I don't collect them. So in the video playing in the background is going to be my video of when I first purchased my bulk lot of silver, and I've told the story before, so I'll just touch upon it. It was actually silver eagles. So that's the video playing in the background. I'm terrible at video editing, otherwise I would have done one of the snazzy voiceovers and had this playing normally, but this is why I just use my phone. I'm terrible, I'm lazy. So that video is playing in the background. Hopefully I can just touch upon what your silver foundation should look like. I've been asked, what should your foundation look like? Now I've done videos on it on the past, but never actually physically shown at the time, and also address my thoughts and opinions on silver eagles. As you can see, I do like them. It's a good time to show this video to give some type of indication onto what my own personal preference on silver foundation should look like. Once again, it's hopefully I'll address a few other questions, because you get the answers that I've had over the times, whether it's been somebody telling me, look, silver is silver. It doesn't make a difference what fancy pattern you've got on it, as long as you've got the silver. I'm not somebody who actually subscribes to that train of thought. You're able to buy your generic silver cheaper for a reason. So don't believe when the time comes you're not going to be able to sell it for a lot cheaper. Now, that's talking in current climate. If spot price jumped 100, tomorrow, and silver multiplied by 50 or something, you're not going to really care. You're just going to know that it's not as desirable as an American Eagle on display in the background there. These were purchased late 2014. So this is when I first got into stacking. So this is the monster box I got at the time. So it's a 2014 American box of Eagles there that I'm cutting into, and we'll be displaying on a few of them. So, it's also going to be down to the quality. Not all silver coins are equal, as I've explained in many of my videos before. So there's going to be those that state a few things that I put out there. It doesn't make a difference what gimmick, coin, subscription, or text is on the coin. Silver is silver. This won't apply to those pure weight stackers. There's going to be those that get a little miffed, that think I'm telling them how to spend their money. If you want truckloads of poured silver, once again, this won't be for you, but I'm not disagreeing. It's all down to personal preference on how you want to get your foundation. How do I view foundation? What is foundation? As I display the 2014 silver eagles, I had a box of that. Hopefully I'll touch upon what happened to those. I break into the coins underneath also. This won't be for you, and just those thinking I'm telling you how you should be spending your money. It's all about buying what you like, and liking what you buy. If that's your train of thought also, then this isn't for you. I've been asked the question on what should the silver foundation or foundation in general look like, and this is my own thoughts and opinions here, just through my trial and error, and what I've seen works best now. Should you need to sell in a climate like now through some type of unforeseen circumstances, and what I feel will be the best come time to liquidate is should you see a massive jump in spot, or something that would be great to hold on for your pension, IRA, just your savings account. And that's going to be how I view silver. It's going to be what you're seeing right there. It's going to be your government minted bullion coin. Now with these, I'm displaying in the background there of this unboxing I done at the time, I asked the dealer the right question that didn't really apply to me. And I've mentioned this before in earlier videos, in that when I first got into it, I was doing a lot of inquiries, just putting a lot of dealers down, picking their brains. And I'd asked the dealer what was the best silver coin worldwide. What is the creme de la creme? What's the best silver coin? Now, the dealer gave me the correct answer, but it didn't technically apply to me. But saying that, there has been some purchases that I have got rid of that I regret to this day, and this is definitely one of them. I was able to hold on to them, and I should have held on to them, but I didn't. But the dealer told me at the time the Silver Eagle is the best coin worldwide. It's the most recognized coin, the best coin. If you want the best silver coin, get the American Silver Eagle. And I purchased amongst a box of those, as we just saw. So I do like the Silver Eagles. Now we'll get into a box I recently opened on another video and used this as eye candy before I break some of these in. And so I purchased those. Now, what would happen is, as I was doing more and more research, I then discovered that we had the capital gains tax coins. You know, I did do a bit of running before, you know, I could crawl. And for my location where I would be, a British Britannia would have been the best bet for me. Now, saying that, of course, capital gains tax played a role, but I've been asked that a few times of my views on that. I would say if you're going to be getting anything from, I don't know, 1,000 ounces, one box to 2 boxes, depending, even 10,000 ounces, if you was ever going to reach that high plus. It's all down to each and every person on how they're going to view capital gains tax and whether law would change. One thing I know, or I have faith in the government doing, and that's just flip-flopping. One moment when it's not as desirable and in demand, it'll be one thing. For instance, I'm speaking on British capital gains tax coins here. You know, for instance, you'll be told these coins are capital gains tax. Do you need to register this? Do you still need to make them aware and then you won't be changed no capital gains? Is it as simple as purchase and that's that? That's all your work done. Everybody's going to approach this differently, so I can't give one flat answer. I would say I know many that have put forward saying, look, there's more than enough ways around it. When you're your own bank, when you're in hold of your own physical wealth, you have the means of family and friends, you know, just putting out what I've been told, or you have the means of just, you know, drip feeding it out. For instance, this is your savings account, or, you know, you're an elderly person now and you're reaching out to your savings. You can liquidate one step at a time, and there's lots of other means. If it's purchased at time of purchase, no capital gains tax legislation rule, and then come time to sell at a later date where it's increased and you feel you've been hard done by, each and every person's going to reach their own conclusion. But I do take advantage of the capital gains tax, no capital gains tax status now purchasing, and come time to sell, should you be taxed, because I don't think we will see a situation where we're left in a confiscation type of scenario again, then it's going to be down to each person how they approach that. A lot of people, including myself, are extremely above board and like to play things by the books. Then there's a lot of people, even an individual getting into metals may just be of that type of frame of mind where they'll find some type of way. Each and every person is going to be different, you know, depending on how much you put in, and then it will be on how much you put out. But currently, these are capital gains tax free coins, and then you'll just need to dig deeper into that to where you are on how it applies to you. But I ended up trading the silver American Eagle box out for a Britannia box. I've done a video on those also a long time ago. It's a lot of my earlier videos. As mentioned, I did regret it. I should have kept on to them. It would have been a great coin to hold on to. I broke even as it was a fantastic coin at the time. Spot was dirt cheap. The cheapest I've seen it. In fact, I'd love for Spot to get back to those types of prices. But I ended up getting the coin that was best for me. And my route then was definitely going to be a government minted, answering the topic of this video, a government minted coin, 1 ounce coin, and that was going to be the 1 ounce Britannia for myself. Coins that I've seen do fantastic worldwide. In order here, I would say, believe it or not, the maple seems to do fantastic. The silver Canadian maple does fantastic worldwide. It does fantastic in Europe. You know, then I would say easily the American Silver Eagle. The Britannia, because I own it and I've been heavily invested in it, in terms of government minted coins, I believe I could easily put at third place. But then we have coins like the Philharmonic, you know, and then we have the Art coin. These are two also very low premium, technically governmented European coins. But I would say the top three are going to be the Silver Maple, also can be applied in gold. The Silver American Eagle also can be applied in gold. And then the Silver Britannia also can be applied in gold. So when I'm answering what should your foundation look like, I would say from my own personal preference, after being in this for a little while now, speaking with dealers and not believing, you know, it's all the same. You know, what little tacky image you have on the front there is not going to make a difference come time of a massive increase for those that believe silver's going to multiply by 10 billion. You know, silver is silver. Once again, I don't believe that. That's not the case. It's not silver is silver when you're buying, and it's not going to be silver is silver when you're selling. Each and every one has their own merits and their pros and their cons. And to me personally, government minted, the ones I just mentioned, not to forget you have coins like the Libertad, the Mexican Libertad, that's also a fantastic option. I'm just reading off a lot of the ones that come first to mind that are going to be your best bet when you're looking foundation. Now foundation, how I see it, is going to be the base of your stack. It should be the first thing that you focus on. Why? Because anything can happen. Now, I'll give a scenario where, for instance, a foundation coin could be a bad choice. Well, I wouldn't even say a bad choice because it's out of your hands. Say, for instance, you was to buy all of your silver now. At the time of releasing this video, I would say a spot price is £11.70 sterling. If, for instance, spot price was to take a slashing, 50% cut off, so you jump down to a spot price of £6, that is the only bad scenario of a governmented coin that you're going to see. Now, once again, that's got nothing to do, that's out of your hands, it's out of your control, as a lot of everything metals related is. But this is a scenario where it could be a bad buy. Even you could be purchasing damn near rock bottom generic silver. It's not going to make a difference. If the overall spot price takes a slashing, you're going to be in negative. That happened to a lot of people when they purchased in the high, and this was because a lot of people ran into metals then because it was the talk of the town. How I see the metals market right now is it's stagnant, and it's going to stay where it is until we get a next massive bull in the metals market. I don't see that happening. Prior to this, you had a lot of people in the market before cryptos was around, but the same individuals that have diverted to cryptos now taking a licking over there. So you've got a lot of money that's just standing around waiting for the next thing to start ringing bells again. When I say ringing bells again, Bitcoin was in the news. Everyone and their mother was talking about it. It wasn't used for smugglers, or it was absolutely nothing. It was just about how well it was rising. Those people all jumped, left silver because, you know, some of the silver tongue lies were, you know, I don't know, $15 today, $1,000 tomorrow. Everybody banked the house, and it also saw no action there. You had a lot that jumped in the highs in 211, I believe, that also got a little burnt out. Jumped into the cryptos, either gained or jumped in at the wrong time then. And I wouldn't say I've lost, but also are just sitting around now with not a lot happening. I don't think they're going to come tootling back and collect the coins are going to step up. Everybody here now is where we are. Everybody here now is just here to stay. These are going to be people that held on or still have a strong understanding and know what metals are really for. They didn't get caught up in the silver webs and understand what its purpose is and what it could do for them. I think the next time we see a big massive rush, once again, it'll be through some type of crash, and it's weeded out a lot of the, you know, 15 today, 1,000 tomorrow. So it's about purchasing now. That was one of the negatives I could see on purchasing it now, and that's the only negative. So I would say make it one of these government minted, because from what I've seen, come time to sell, it's always going to be the most reputable. It's always going to be the one first recommended. It's always going to be the best of the best. Absolutely nothing wrong if you look at it and think, hey, could this just be bars? Of course, you have that option again. You have the 100-ounce bars from the Royal Canadian Mint to, I don't know, Britannia bars. You have the 1,000-ounce bars. The plus side to those is it can be less space taking, but you're still going to be dealing with the weight and the mass there. But then, you know, you're paying very low premiums. But once again, through my personal experience worldwide, so as opposed to a Silver Eagle that could do as fantastic in America as it could do in Europe, these bars ain't so great in Europe. But if you're never going to be selling, that's never going to be an option. You never know when your metals may need to cross border when we're at some type of a panic. But I want the best option worldwide. Once again, having the most options put me in the most flexible and best position for me. I've always stated that, you know, the more options I have, the more comfortable and better I feel. I feel for myself, I've never got into bars because we pay a premium for them in Europe. But also, I don't think they would have worked best for me from what dealers were offering at the time. So This is what I feel your foundation should look like. Either a base of Silver Eagles, Silver Britannia, Silver Maples, Libertards, and etc., the governmented types. Getting on to another sub little question there. It was basically, what is best from there then? Is it good to, best of both worlds, get a little tutti frutti? If we're looking at these Britannias here, they have the little trident. So you're paying a slight premium for these over something like your standard Britannia, where you're paying no extra premium and you're getting it at the time for the lowest or closest to premium, depending on who your dealer is. No little trident there. This is your standard. I believe this is when they first introduced this new radial line design. So would I pick this over this? Now, first, why would somebody want to pick this? Each time I've been asked the question, it was asked because they believed that they got something with a bit of a twist on it. Either one, it could appreciate, so it's not that much over this coin here, be it an eagle, doesn't normally do variations, but it's got the limited mintage, so it could shoot up in price and they're left in a great position. Well, you have to ask yourself, what would you do if that was the situation? Because you've also seen the same situation on something like the Queen's Beast. A few times also I've been asked, what do I think, my thoughts on having something like the Queen's Beast as your foundation. Now, interestingly enough, I purchased all of my Queen's Beast coins with that in mind, not knowing that they was going to be the big hits they were. I saw them and I liked them. I done the trades for the Griffin box and the Dragon, and then I also purchased the Lions when they first came out. These have gone on to do fantastically well. Now, the dilemma I was left with was, should I capitalize and cash in on these Queen's Beast coins? These are 2 ounce coins to the normal 1 ounce. Now, if you're in Europe or wherever you are in the world, you had the option of buying the newest current design and then having that as your foundation coin. My thoughts and opinions on that was to once again buy the standard one. You don't know what's going to happen with these coins here, whereas you know what you're getting when you're getting this. That small little premium you're getting if you're buying these on bulk could lead to anything from an extra 1 to 2 to 3. So I'm saying always fall back on your standard American Silver Eagle, your Silver Maple, your Britannia. If you're able to, I was able to, but I'm now in a predicament where I have these Queen's Beast coins and right now they're doing fantastic. Now, if the Royal Mint was known for having a hit on their hands and doing the right thing and just letting the hit ride out, for instance. So we've got the Queen's Beast series right now. I don't know, we've got the Dragon, I believe we're on the, where are we, DL right now. And when it comes to an end, they leave it at that and we ride off into the sunset and the coins just go on and appreciate them. I wouldn't feel a way to holding them. But the Royal Mint are known for flogging a dead horse over and over and over. So what's hot right now in terms of I'll be able to sell some of my hotter designs, but I had some of the Lions or the Griffins or the other hot ones here now, and go on to be able to purchase these. So what I do and what I would advise doing if you was able to secure these, once again, personal actions I'm doing right here, is my Lions, my Griffins and my Dragons can be reached peak prices now. I can damn near double on the Griffins and the Lions, and I will be doing that. I used to display a lot of the trades and I may do it on this time round on these, and it'll get pumped straight into normal Britannias. Once again, my priority has always been my foundation. These coins were purchased as the best of both worlds. If I had the Lions, the Griffins and the Dragons now, and they had stayed in price relatively to what I paid, I would have still, hoped I could have had the money in the Britannias, because I've paid that little premium more now. And technically, yeah, I do like them. I should have just bought 1 or 2 to have in the collection. If I bought them in such bulk, it's only fair that I do the right thing, and that's always try to acquire more of these. So if you're able to, which is the situation I'm in, then I will. I don't believe once the Queen's Beast comes to an end, whichever anybody may think it can only be done with the Queen alive and the likes of, and we'll be getting the King's Beast. One thing I know the Royal Mint do, and that is remix heavy. So I believe they will milk out the Queen's Beast forever and ever and ever. So I'm going to capitalize off of them, and that's what they was initially purchased for. They're collector coins that I could now sell for double the price I paid, and even close to triple on some of them, and it'll be able me to pick up more foundation. So my recommendation on foundation, or what your foundation should look like, gold or silver, is always going to be one of the most popular government minted silver coins or gold coins. I, from personal conversations, believe this will always be the ones that dealers will favor over anything else. This will always be the ones. Dealers can be, cutthroat or, honest and straight up front sometimes. I've heard all types of stories, Some dealers will turn away silver just because they find it a pain in the ass, especially if they're talking about a generic, Silvertown round as opposed to a poured piece or just anything, an Athena owl. They want what they can turn or flip real quick. They don't want it sitting on the shelves, especially if they don't have a lot tied up in inventory. Who knows what's going to happen should spot price go parabolic tomorrow. But one thing I don't want to be, or predicament I want to be in, is having what's supposedly the hot stock now and no dealer wanting it. I've heard they will look at governmented coins, silver, coins like this as, the bullion types of coins, and anything below, i.e. generic, and no different than Tupperware, so like silverware and antiques and stuff like that, and you could get melt. But depending on what the spot price is, who cares? Once again, I don't want to wait until we're in that situation. I'd rather have the coin that's good now and will be fantastic should we see a massive jump in spot. So here's what I believe a foundation should look like, whichever one it is, whether it's the silver eagles, the silver maples, or your silver Britannias. It's going to be your government minted coins. Should you pick up these over your standard one when they've got little twists, if you can afford to do that and you believe the coin you're going to pick up? When I done the trade with the Swans and ended up getting these Tridents, I thought they was going to be a massive hit also, because it was the first time. I think these ended up being 100k mintage. The Royal Mint were bringing out these Century boxes. They was putting a capped mintage on it. Looking at the mintages now, 100k is massive. And they've gone on to reduce those mintages to 50k and some. So I thought this could be a massive thing. I could tell you now, a dealer would offer me the same price for this that they would give me for this. We would be talking an absolute minute difference if it wasn't a cutthroat dealer. It's absolutely nothing for them to say, I'll give you exactly what I'll give you for this. And this is why I say pick this, because for the extra pennies, not forgetting you're already paying a large premium on silver, that you're paying for this piece here, thinking the capsule, the Trident's going to make a massive difference over the standard bullion foundation coin. It's not going to be the case. So always just play on the safe side. You can end up getting more of what you should be getting as opposed to this here, then it's not going to be an issue. I've had no problems with coins like this when it comes to tarnishing or even melt spots. The dealers know what it is and they know they can always sell it back on for the same thing. This is why they're being handled raw here also. So this is just my tips and advice on what I believe a foundation should look like. It'll be fantastic to hear your guys' foundation tips. Is yours purely built up of weight? And why do you believe it's better? Is it simply because no gimmicks or designs or fancy images are going to make a difference? Once we reach maximum prices on silver, silver is silver. It's all the same. You don't believe some are better than others. Yes, you can buy it for cheaper now, and you think you're getting the massive steal, or do you believe one is better than the other? Is yours built up of pure bars, and rounds, and you avoid governmented coins? It'd be fantastic to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments on what you think foundation should look like. So hate or love it, guys. It'd be great to know what you think of this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.